Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I know my hair is a mess. It's 9 p.m. So yeah. And I look kind of bald here. I'm not bald. I'm not balding. Um but just like every month we're doing a what I read last month or in June. And I have to do this today because I'm going on vacation on Monday, so don't take this empty shelf as a say that I read all the books on my TBR. I didn't. They're just most are just in the caravan, except for that one. But that one can stay there. I read like one, two. I read 6 books in June. 2 being fantasies and the other 4 being romances. Because I have a lot of romances right now, and I kind of need to read them. Yeah, I'm really proud of myself for reading this one because it took a really long time and it's really thick. If you look at it, technically I read about the same length of fantasy and romances. Just the romances were just shorter books. First, we have Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling. I gave this book 3 stars. I do not like Harry Potter. It's boring, but I need to get through the series. Luckily, I only have like 3 books left. So I think I'll be fine. I'll be fine. But I finished this one and I was really looking not excited to read this one. It's about Harry Potter, and that's all I remember. I don't like the series, so I'm not gonna remember much. I don't remember much from any of these books, but it's okay. It's fine. I know the protagonist is Harry, and it's just like a bunch of chaos with his friends Hermione and George. But there's also this like woman who starts working at the school, Hogwarts, Umbridge. She's not nice. She's not very nice. Order of the Phoenix is also existing, which is basically like a group of people. Yeah. So that's all I remember, and it was something. Yeah, I there was a battle eventually, but I don't like how there's just a bunch of nothingness. There's just a bunch of build up, and there's too much build up, so it's boring. Then I read A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, and I did give this book 5 stars. This one is about Nesta, and I really enjoyed Nesta. There was a quote in here. I am the rock against which the surf crashes, or something like that, and it was so good. It was so good. She is struggling with after the fight, and so Cassian tries helping her. Reconnect. But there's also the war isn't completely finished from what I got. Yeah, it's not completely finished. There's this one of those queens that's still alive, and now Nesta needs to figure out what she took from the cauldron. And what that caused her to be. So there's these objects that I forgot what the names, but she needs to find them. It's a mask, maybe a crown, and something else. But she also hangs out with these girls. I think Gwen and someone else, and they start being Valkyries, which is a extinct species actually. But they start training to be Valkyries by Cassian, and she starts going on a redemption arc, kind of. She's not a villain, but she is healing slowly, and it was just awesome. I think from you can see I still remember a lot or hear, and I really enjoyed it. So it is definitely deserving of the 5 stars. I'm waiting for book 6 to come out, and I'm really excited to continue and finish this story. And I'm really happy I did get this series this year and that I started it and finished it as far as I could. Then I read The Daisy Chain Flower Shop by Laurie Gilmore. I gave this 4 stars, which isn't that surprising. That's kind of my average for romance books. Like usually fantasy books also range in the 4 stars, but sometimes they can be really good and I can put them up at 5 stars. But romances are usually just 4 stars. They're fine, they're cute, whatever. Um, this is about Daisy and what's his name? Elliot. I was thinking Elliot, but I wasn't sure. And Elliot works at it is like this I architect something, and Daisy runs the Daisy Chain Flower Shop. But Daisy has done 2 weddings or something like that, and both those weddings broke up pretty quickly. They divorced really quickly. So now people are saying her shop is cursed. So no one really goes there for weddings. They go there for funerals and that's it. And in a small town, you don't get a lot of funerals. So they don't make enough profit. So Elliot and Daisy meet and they start kind of like fake dating. They start fake dating because they need to prove that the curse isn't real. And it was really cute. I love the cover too. It is the last book in the series as far as it can be. The next book, there are other books coming out, but the next book will come out in 2027, and we're still in 2026, so I'm really excited for the next book to come out, obviously. But for now, this is the end of the Dream Harbor series, and I read all the books. So I'm completely caught up. And I started this series on this in like about last year, at the end of last year, last October maybe, I don't remember. But now I'm completely caught up, and I'm maybe gonna miss it, but I have a lot of romance books on my TBR, so I think I'll be fine. Remember how I just said I usually give books 4 stars? Romance books? Yeah. So I gave this book 5 stars. Hate Mail by Donna Merchetti is about Naomi and what's his name? And Luca. And they have been like pen pals at school. In middle school, they became pen pals and they started sending these hate-filled letters to them. Naomi sent the first letter and it was really kind, and then Luca sent the next letter and he was really mean. So they started exchanging hate mail. And that eventually stopped because Luca moved and Naomi moved and they couldn't reach each other anymore. But suddenly, Luca sends a letter, um, like, but without a return address. So kind of like a challenge from "Hey, come find me." And Naomi takes that challenge and literally goes across states to find him. But there's also this like plot with Jake. I think his name is Jake. I might be wrong. It doesn't matter. There's this other guy that lives in Naomi's building. And there's kind of like this mystery because I had a few theories about what he was, who he was, and one of them was correct. You know, not gonna say what my theories were because I don't want to spoil the mystery, because there was a mystery. Because of that, there was a mystery, and the book was so good. I've wanted this book for a couple years, so it was definitely worth the wait. I mean, it wasn't worth the wait. I should have read it earlier, but I'm really happy that I finally read it. Then I read Spiral, and we're back to the 4 stars for romance books, and this is by Bal Cabra. This is book 2 in the Off the Ice, maybe? I think it's Off Ice or something like that series. There is a 3rd book out and a 4th maybe coming out or out, not sure. I don't have the 3rd book yet, but that's fine. This is about Sage and Elias, and Elias is a rookie hockey player, I think, and he plays on the same team as Aiden from book 1. Those two are friends, and then Sage is a ballerina, but she needs to like get some attention to get this role she really wants, this ballet role, and he needs to make people stop believing he's like going out with a lot of girls. So they start fake dating, and eventually it's a little bit of forced proximity while they're already fake dating. Um, and it was just really good. Like, as all fake dating tropes in romances go, they fell in love. It was actually really cute. Um, Even 4 stars. It was just a normal romance book, and that's okay because that's why I like them. Just normal, cute romances. And then finally, we have To Love Jason Thorne. Jason Thorne by Ella Mays. I gave this book 3.5 stars. Not because of the plot. The plot was pretty good, but like I think that was also in the time, maybe part of the time period this was written in, because this was published in 2015, and I say we're instead of we are, and it's instead of it is, and I rarely say it is or we are, and for in this book they kind of flipped that around. There were a lot of we are and it is, and that just made the reading style pretty awkward. So I eventually made my brain like automatically change those words into the short versions, but it was pretty awkward. um so I'm not quite sure about the writing style. I am gonna finish her books because the story was fine. The writing style just put me off a lot, and maybe that shouldn't grant such a low rating. Like, but still, 3.5 stars is pretty good. It just really, it just really put me off. It's about Jason Thorne, and I forgot her name, Olive, and Olive wrote a book, and the book is going to be turned into a movie, and that's where Jason Thorne comes in. He is the lead actor. And they actually knew each other when they were kids because he was her brother's best friend, but then he left and they never spoke to each other again until she sees him in the meeting. Yeah. And eventually, like, I'm not sure it's a no, it isn't like it isn't a fake dating. It isn't a fake dating. They just get married because that's good for his reputation. Yeah, because he is seen like doing a lot of women, and his agent can't have that, so she makes him marry someone, and that's Olive. So it's not really fake dating. They just get married. It's a marriage of convenience. I don't know. The convenience for her is that she still loves him. So I say it's fair. And then they fall in love. And so those were all the books I read in June. I hope that July will be a bigger reading month, and it might be because last year also at the end of the year, so like around July and after, I started reading way more than I did the first half year, and that's fine. So we're gonna see how the rest of this year goes. Um, I did buy some books this month or last month in June, but I already did a book haul on all of those books, so I don't have to do that again because I didn't buy any books later. There are some new releases I'm looking forward to, mostly like Daybreak and mostly Adversary to the Villain, which is coming out at the start of August. So I'm really excited for that book. Um, I will be going on vacation soon, like in 2 days, as I'm recording this on Monday, the 6th of July. I'm going to vacation. So maybe I'll make some vlogs there. I don't know because I post these videos from my laptop and I don't know how the internet connection will be. So I'll have to see. Maybe I'll upload a lot later when I'm home. I'll see. I do have an Instagram though that I can post on. I'll see how I do that at this vacation because I will be gone for 2 weeks. So that's why I'm bringing I'm bringing all of my books except this one. So Yeah, my dad said, like, you're not gonna be able to read all of that. So I'm gonna try reading all of that in those 2 weeks. It's 13 books. So we're gonna see how far I get. Um I'll see you guys in the next video, which will definitely be at the start of August, you know, my what I read in July. And I'll see you guys then and maybe before. Bye guys!